Hey everyone, recently I received multiple requests to discuss the latest development on Tanla Platform. So if you look at the share price in last 1 year, after a sharp recovery it has been consolidating and correcting and currently trading at levels of around 1000 rupee. Especially after Q3 result, company share price is corrected around 15 to 20%. After this correction, Tanla is trading at a P ratio of 25. So in this video, we'll discuss the latest development in company and management guidance for the future. Hopefully, this will help you take a call about whether you should hold it, add it or sell it. Again, this is not a buy or sell call. The idea is to share my knowledge with you all so that you can do your further research and take an informed investment decision. Alright, let's get started. So let me first start with the latest Q3 updates. Company has posted a revenue of 1002 crore, which is 15.3% up year on year. So this data is in million and we are talking in terms of crore. Company's gross profit stood at 269.9 crore, which is up 24.5% year on year. EBITDA stood at 192 crore, which is up 27.4% year on year. And profit after tax stood at 140 crore, which is up 20.3% year on year. Company is sitting on cash and cash equivalent of 616 crore, which is up by 71 crore quarter on quarter. Now the overall results are not that bad. In fact, they are pretty decent. But then why the share price is actually corrected? So the reason is because although Tanla has grown around 15% year on year, but a major growth component is from their acquisition of Value First. Management has mentioned that the growth is 5% year on year organically, excluding the impact of Value First. And sequentially, the growth was flattish. Now it's very important to understand the bifurcation of Tanla's business, which is divided into two segments: enterprise communication and digital platform. Enterprise business forms the largest chunk of Tanla's business with around 90% contribution in revenue. In this segment, Tanla basically offers SMS facility where enterprise can send transactional or promotional SMS. For instance, the OTP that we receive on every bank transaction is one of the core services of Tanla platform. Tanla has around 45% market share in the SMS market of India. SMS can be further divided into two segments, NLD and ILD. NLD is National Long Distance, which is basically the SMS we receive within India. And ILD is International Long Distance for SMS received outside India. ILD SMS prices are much higher than NLD, and hence, in spite of very low contribution in SMS volume, ILD commands a high percentage in company's revenue. In addition to SMS, Tanla has also offering like voice and OTT services over WhatsApp and other platforms. Here the catch is that of late, enterprises are trying to reduce their cost, especially for ILD SMS, and trying to move to options like WhatsApp message. And this is impacting Tanla's revenue to an extent. However, recently management has mentioned that we do not expect revenue to further decline from here, but we expect the international message growth to be sluggish. So enterprise is more of a commoditized business, which is dominated by two key players, Tanla and Route Mobile. And even Airtel has entered in this space with its product Airtel IQ. Recently, we have seen that a few enterprises have shifted from Tanla to competitors due to cheaper pricing. So there are margin pressures on enterprise business that commands a gross margin of around 19 to 20% and EBIT margins of about 11%. However, the key segment for Tanla's future growth is its digital platform business. Try to understand this. So within this, Tanla has TrueBlock and Wisely. TrueBlock is built on blockchain technology that checks the SMS content against a pre-registered content template and rejects message if templates are violated, and also enforces DND, that is do not disturb. So essentially not allowing SMS transmission if a certain enterprise account has been blocked via DND by a customer. I'm sure many of you using the DND service. Essentially, TrueBlock is a blockchain-based SMS spam filtering platform. Tanla took a step further and built Wisely, which is an updated version of TrueBlock with additional features that can ensure better delivery, tracking, leakage prevention of communication via SMS, WhatsApp for enterprise, while allowing third-party suppliers such as Core AI to provide plug-and-play CPaaS services such as chatbot, which enterprises can leverage for a one-stop CPaaS solution. This slide shows a good picture of Wisely, which is a platform of platforms with inbuilt report, recommendation engine, network blockchain, AI, ML, etc. that helps enterprise in engagement with customers via Wisely Engage, communicate via Wisely Communicate and TrueBlock, protect by curbing phishing and leakage via Wisely anti-phishing technology, which as per its management is the biggest innovation in Tanla's history. And fourth is experience. Currently, there are 6 platforms on Wisely and more to come. This digital platform business is the potential game changer for Tanla. The reason is because although it contributes only 10% of total revenue today, but it is a high margin segment with a gross margin of more than 90%. As a result, in spite of contributing only 10% in company's revenue, this platform business contributes 35% in company's gross profit. And this segment is growing at more than 20% rate for 14 consecutive quarters. This slide shows the Q3 performance breakup of enterprise and digital platform business, where digital platform currently commands a revenue of around 95 crore and grown at 22% year on year. Now look at the gross profit. Out of 95 crore revenue, company is making gross profit of 93 crore. That's nearly 98% gross margin and EBIT of 70 crore. And enterprise business revenue stood at 906 crore with gross profit of 176 crore and EBIT of 99 crore. Especially the latest development of anti-phishing platform Wisely ATP is looking very promising. Those of you who are not aware, Tanla has recently relaunched Wisely anti-phishing platform that claims to solve one of the biggest problem of phishing attacks all over the world. In fact, company claims that Wisely ATP not only disable this scam but also identifies the origination of phishing attack and helps in eliminating the scammer. After its launch, Wisely ATP was in POC stage with multiple enterprises, and as per the latest development, Wisely ATP has finally cracked its first deal with one of the top 3 leading banks in India. So this is a major breakthrough for the company. However, the progress so far on Wisely ATP is on the slower side. Mr. Uday Reddy, company's chairman, has mentioned that he has been disappointed with lack of urgency in the ecosystem to address phishing holistically. I think this is the key reason why the market is probably not very happy and not giving the right valuation to Tanla. Another reason is Tanla has exited its relationship with Vodafone Idea that has also impacted company's top line and bottom line. Management has mentioned that the impact of exit of VI deal is expected partially in Q4 of FY24, but this would be offset by growth in other area of Wisely. They said that the latest deal with bank on Wisely ATP would start flowing into the top line in Q4 and full impact visible from Q1 of FY25. Moreover, management has mentioned that there is another POC going on with another top bank that would close between 15 to 20 February. So hopefully it should also get converted. Overall, going forward, Tanla's growth would be dependent upon the progress of its digital platform business led by Wisely. And within that, all eyes would be on Wisely ATP in terms of new deal wins. Because now that Wisely ATP has cracked its first deal with one of the top 3 banks in India, I am expecting that it would have a snowball effect and eventually other banks would also like to take Wisely ATP service to curb phishing attacks. And this could be the beginning. Because if Wisely ATP can really curb the phishing attacks, it could be used by telecom companies as well that can generate huge revenue for the company. In fact, if TRAI, which is the Telecom Regulatory Authority of India, finds a lot of value in Wisely ATP to curb phishing attack and can sort of mandate telecom companies and bank to use anti-phishing software, then it could be a game changer for the company. But of course, you can't depend on that. The interesting aspect is the scale of this business is not just limited to just India. If Tanla can convince telecom companies outside India, they can have a significant contribution on top line and bottom line. Management has clearly mentioned that they are working with multiple regulators across countries like Singapore and the process to submit a response to Australian government on the same. So going forward, Tanla's growth would be driven by its success of Wisely platform, where company seems to have a strong moat and it's a high margin business. If Tanla can win more deals on Wisely ATP, I'm sure its share price would also reflect that development and would jump. Any failure on deal win or slowdown in progress can negatively impact company's growth and its share price. I hope you got a fair sense of the latest development on Tanla's business. Now there are a few more important developments that I want to discuss before we jump on to the valuation part. So first important development is regarding its acquisition of ValueFirst, which was a leading player in enterprise segment in India. Last year, Tanla acquired ValueFirst for 346 crore that resulted in increasing Tanla's share in Indian SMS market from 35% to 45%. Moreover, ValueFirst has given a good access to Tanla in Middle East market. So in the latest update, management mentioned that given our capability across both SMS and OTT channels, we are now going global. Our UAE business has tripled in last 6 quarters, reaching 1 billion rupee annualized run rate in Q3. We are integrating ValueFirst business of Middle East and Indonesia in Q4, which will take our international business to a run rate of 3.5 billion rupee on an annualized basis. Both Kingdom of Saudi Arabia and Indonesia are big area of focus for us. So that is the first positive development. Second, Tanla was recognized as a visionary in Gartner latest Magic Quadrant for CPaaS industry. This recognition coming from Gartner is a big deal. It validates Tanla's leadership in CPaaS space. And then third update is on governance. Tanla has onboarded Dr. R.S. Sharma in its board of director, who is a former TRI chairman. So that would further strengthen company's governance. Now let us look at the valuation part. So currently Tanla is trading at a PE ratio of around 25. In my opinion, if we break the valuation into enterprise and platform business, enterprise should command a PE of around 25, which is the current valuation of Tanla. Let's not forget that Tanla is a leader in enterprise business in India with 45% market share in SMS and around 10 to 15% market share in OTT message business. Especially the usage of OTT message via WhatsApp is growing exponentially. Considering this, a PE of 25 for enterprise business is very fair. But its platform business that commands a gross margin of more than 90% should command a PE of at least 40. So combining the valuation, the fair price of Tanla should be in the range of 1300 to 1500 at this point in time. And currently Tanla is trading at around 1000 rupee. So in my opinion, it is undervalued by around 30% from its fair price. I think that going forward, market would keep a close eye on the upcoming development in Wisely ATP and then decide what kind of premium Tanla should command. Like I said earlier, everything would boils down to Tanla's digital platform business performance. As an investor, you can either wait for next few quarterly results before taking a call or on add or sell, but it could be late by that time. So if Tanla announces its collabs with new banks, share price can jump. So I've tried to share all the knowledge I have gathered on Tanla platform in an unbiased way. Personally, what I am doing with Tanla platform, well, I discuss my own investment strategy in the weekly video series where I share one exclusive video every week that is available on my website, or you can explore it via the join button. In case you are wondering how did I get access to all these information, so Mr. Uday Reddy has posted a letter to its shareholder that is a 20-page document which clearly explains everything related to the development. You can find it on BSE website by searching Tanla platform, click on corporate announcement and then click on the letter. On top of this, I read the entire latest con call where management is interacted with analysts. You can directly access it from screener. So in case you want to study more, you can read these documents. Now tell me in the comment, what is your take on Tanla? Is it worth adding or not? And also let me know which companies you want me to cover next. If you find this video useful, do share it with your friends. I'll see you next video. Till then, take care.